Hello and welcome to the first episode of Second-Hand Man. My name is Felix and in 1998 I lost both my arms in an electric accident. From that day forward my friends called me Tripod. But that all changed 23 years later when I got myself a second pair of hands in Lyon, France. I created this channel to show what life is like after a double arm transplant. Daily struggles, small wins, and occasional bullshit. I get a lot of questions, and instead of answering them individually, I thought, why don't I just show you? And starting now, in April 2025. It's been over 4 years since the transplant, and right now, I'm recovering from 2 collarbone surgeries, one in January and one in March. Years ago, I broke my collarbone in a fall. Usually when I tripped, my face took the fall. But I wasn't so lucky this time and the bone snapped in half. At the time, I only had a short stump and the break actually gave me a bit more flexibility, so I could at least scratch my face. Sounds trivial, but saved face a few times. But after the transplant, that old break turned into a real problem. My shoulder muscles were weak and almost non-existent. The arm was heavy and it started pulling things out of place. So the surgery aimed to fix the collarbone and stop the arm from dragging down. First, they removed the damaged bone and used a plate with bone cement. After a few weeks, they went back in, removed the cement and replaced it with the bone from my hip. So no Roomba for me. It's clever, also painful. Try keeping your shoulder perfectly still with 4-kilo arm hanging off it. The surgery reduced my mobility and for now some of the independence I gained from the transplant is on pause. That happens to be at the same time as Sylwia, my lovely wife, has to travel for work in Lyon. She'll be gone for over a week. That means I'll be alone for a few days before a friend comes to help. In this episode, we are therefore mainly preparing for her departure and going about our daily life here in east of France. One of the things we absolutely love is spring in Alsace while going to the local farmer, getting your daily dose of fruits and vegetables and just seeing the beauty of the villages, the storks in the nest. It's just nothing that comes anywhere close to it. We filmed a bit while preparing, daily tasks, a trip into Strasbourg to find a coffee machine I can actually use with one shoulder and 2 somewhat limited arms. Look, I love coffee, but apparently our Nespresso machine thinks I'm training for a triathlon. Coffee, folks, I am not going 4 days without it. I also made a little April Fool's prank on my social media to drive traffic to my YouTube channel. I'm starting a new project. I'm sure you might like. Click on the link in this video and get your free sample now. That was fun, and I'm deeply grateful to everyone who clicked on the link to see more of this nude beast. I am frequently asked by people who have lost a single arm or a hand if they could get a transplant too. The short answer is probably not. As far as I know, no surgical team offers these unilateral transplants anymore. The risk to reward ratio just doesn't add up. And honestly, if I had the choice to have 1 fully functional arm versus 2 transplanted ones, with all the complications that can come with them, I take the good one in a heartbeat. People with one arm can do all the essentials way better than I can do with my 2 transplants. But for me, with no arms before, this was the only real shot at independence. Just as an example of some of the complications, back in April 2023 I had a severe rejection episode that lasted nearly a whole year. First we tried some gentle treatment, but nothing worked. Then I was given so-called bolus. That's over 4 years worth of my usual corticoid dose in 3 days. Corticoid is a steroid used to prevent rejection of the arms. It shut down my immune system and triggered a massive infection in my right arm, so-called cellulitis. 6 emergency surgeries followed to flush it out. The infection got so high into my shoulder that they almost had to amputate. Because of the infection, they had to bring my immune system back faster than planned, and the rejection didn't entirely stop. My fingers kept bleeding, I lost all my nails. And in August 2023, they added the 4th immunosuppressant to my treatment plan, hoping it would help. It didn't. I should probably pause here and tell you about the mattress. Yeah, the mattress. Because somewhere between my bleeding fingers and losing all my nails, I also started itching. Not little, not the kind of itch you ignore, no. We're talking full-on feral scratching. It got so bad, Sylwia and I launched a full-scale investigation. We cleaned everything, changed our detergent, replaced pillows, burned sage. Maybe not sage, but you get the point. Eventually, we declared the mattress guilty. The poor thing didn't stand a chance. Out it went, 1,500 euros worth of suspected itch criminal, evicted with 0 evidence. And yet I kept scratching for a whole year. Until finally in August 2024 we figured it out. It wasn't the mattress. It was the 4th immunosuppressant. Oh yeah, goodbye meds, goodbye itch. And sorry mattress, you deserve better. Next, they put a catheter in my neck and started pulling out my blood, separating the white cells, exposing them to UV light and putting them back in. It was wild and exhausting. In April 24, the catheter in my neck got infected. I ended up in the hospital again, another serious infection, more IVs, more stress. I had had a pack on the same side the year before, and that one got infected too. Long story short, we had to stop the blood treatment for good. Thankfully since then, I haven't had any more rejection symptoms, but my health has taken a massive hit. These days I get tired easily, I need naps. I've started going back to the gym, but I feel weak. My shoulder pain makes training hard, and for now I'm taking a break to heal. But I'm not giving up. I'm hoping to fix my shoulder so I can get back in shape. That journey, rebuilding my strength, will be part of future episodes. I recently moved to Alsace near Strasbourg. It's beautiful. Rolling hills, vineyards, villages that look like storybooks. That too will be a part of future episodes. But in the next one, I'll show you what it's like to manage everything alone while Sylwia is away. And that should be interesting. Or chaotic, we'll see.
If you made it this far, thank you. It's been terrible. And I can promise you it won't only get worse, it will also get longer. I'm not here to inspire anybody, and certainly not for pity party. I'm just here to tell the truth about the reality of arm transplant and maybe have some fun along the way. So make sure you press the subscribe button and I will give you something to complain about in the future. See you next week.